Are we on?
Alright, Shalom. We're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash.
the double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations for hopefully the brothers out there that's listening. You know, the few sisters that's listening. Alright. You know, we're the prophets of the Lord. Lord willing, coming out here to prophesy. And just look, at this point, all the shit that's going on in this world, it's all prophecy. You got the thing over there in Venezuela. Okay? Staging World War III, these different entangling alliances, these different nations linking up. You also got recently, ICE agent discharged his weapon on this woman who's an agent provocateur, if you will, a paid agent. She goes around protesting ICE and trying to stop ICE and shit like that. I thought she was a Jake initially. She has a curly Latin American, you know, the Latinas do the gel shit and curls. I thought she was, but more looking into it, she looked like an Edomite. She could be a Jake, but she looked like an Edomite. But the point is this: the agent discharged his weapon, shot the bitch, and he has immunity. Why? Because you saw him moving your vehicle. All right. Esau's, you know, the cops and all these different things. They trained that they can't shoot a non-moving vehicle, even though they still be blasting them anyways. But the moment you start moving, now they got self-defense, and there's a whole bunch of fucking uproar going on about that. But Trump was like, look, self-defense. J.D. Vance was like, self-defense. And what can you do? This is this man's laws, Isaiah 10:1. But that right there is all leading up to Jacob's trouble, all right? Same way they gunned that bitch down and gunning niggas down throughout the past decades, more than that, it's gonna start hitting on the maximum scale, man.
This is Psalms 94:20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
Right, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? Can a so-called white man rule where we're ruling? Hell no. All right, because look how he's ruling. The scriptures tell you that what? When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. All right, when the righteous bear rule, the people rejoice. Everybody's in the state of mourning. We even have so-called white people that are mourning, and they Edomites. So this devil don't even give a fuck about his own. So that's how come this world, the planet Earth, the trees, everything is in mourning. Like, damn, this shit's gonna be over. Because this devil is ruling, all right?
Which frameth mischief by law.
Make mischief by law, okay? That's how come when judgment is issued out in this man's system, there's so much black and white and gray area and protest because these laws are mischievous, man. When we issued our judgment, there ain't no debate. So, according to the law, statutes, and commandments, very black and white, very just. This man issue our debate, issue our judgment. Oh, she shouldn't have shot. He shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because the so-called white man's law, statutes, and commandments, they're grievous, and they also do shit like this. They'll amend laws. But you know, you govern yourself under one law in the 80s. Come to find out, 20 years later, it's a completely different law.
Make it retroactive.
Water, brother. Water.
And make it and make a law retroactive. They reverse the law.
They reverse the law. Why you think lawyers get paid so much? Because
They're liars.
Because to know this man's law system, you goddamn need.
Yeah, you gotta have professional.
Yeah, you have to have some type. You have to be on some type of level. There it is. There's 613 laws which men study their whole life to understand. Esau's laws, you're talking about tens and thousands of different amendments, and you know what I'm saying? That's how come these lawyers get paid all this money, because nobody remember all that shit.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1.
That's it.
It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Unrighteous decrees, man. This man is passing 2,000-page bills. Oh, the Senate, you gotta read this. You got 10 hours. Man, what? Just pass this shit,
On a holiday.
man.
Yeah.
On a holiday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They taught how to read real quick, like medical or law, because you know how they teach us in high school and college. You can read the topic, sentence, the body, and then at the end you can skim over it, over passages real quick. But they teach them that. You brothers know they
Yeah, but that shit overwhelms the brain, man.
Yeah.
How you gonna read a 2,000-page bill and gotta come up with a decision in 24 hours? Like what? I got shit to do. I just woke up. Let me, you know. Right. So, and the brain is like a muscle. So you overwork that shit. So it's, you know. But again, it's all unrighteous shit they passed it, man. You know, and that's how come there's all this uproar and debate. Because again, there's so much gray area with this man's law, statutes, and commandments, man. They wicked.
Yep. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Destruction.
and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. Some of the so-called white man's laws. Fuck some. All the so-called white man laws. Well, I don't want to say all, because some shit does make, you have to have a stoplight. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go ridiculous with it, but, a lot of things this man passed is grievous, man. You know what I'm saying? Child support. Here it is. You got to live with this. Here, the bishop took half your wealth, right? And like what Rick Ross said, she wasn't with you shooting in the gym. She took half your wealth. You got to see on Instagram flying overseas with some other nigga. And this is not exaggeration. Just ask Tom Brady. Just ask Tom Brady. You got to see her walking around with a pregnant belly, and you giving her money while some other nigga digging out and walking around with your kids. This is this society. This is real. This is not a nightmare. This is a real life nightmare happening right now, man. See? And then you're not supposed to put them to death.
Right.
Come on, man. And that's just one of many laws that's fucking these people up right now.
I got 1 and 6. You have so much and bring in little.
Man, you spend your check before you even get it. I'm over here working out this bill, that bill for next week. The check ain't even hit yet. That's just society. You thinking how you gonna spend your tax money in December? That's how shit is. Because it's like as soon as you get that check, something pop up. You think you get ahead, oh, guess what? Something new now. Hey, I called my insurance company. They put my shit. I remember they put my shit. Initially, when I bought my car, $1,500. The shit went to 17. I said, why 17? Oh, it just goes up. Inflation. Yo, lastly, these niggas said they want $2,700. I said, $2,700?
What?
Oh, just can't explain. Fuck you, I'm switching. And here's this how everything's a scheme. Everything's a scam. When I switch, that goes like, all right, we got you for 13. So what the fuck? I'm with you guys for almost 10 years. You add 1,000. I just got with these niggas, they cutting it 1,000. So this man's system, this man's ways is all just, and yeah, it's a part of the curses. Don't get it twisted. But it's like, damn. They trying to leash every single penny out you, man.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, we coveteth greedily all the day long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's talking about them little hat wearers, man. The filter fishes. You know what I'm saying? And coveteth greedy all the day long, man. So, like the Bishop Tazadakbar was saying, first of all, according to the goddamn Talmud, they say the goyim don't deserve nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they go by. But guess what, Esau? The small hats, the filter fish eaters, though that's still Esau. That's just the grandson of Esau. They're still Edomites. Everything you got is going to be taken from you. Okay? The kingdom is translated from one people to another, like the scripture said.
Right. Hey, that's a good point, Elder May. What's that meme they got going around?
Right.
That's supposed to be the so-called Jews. They say do the so-called Jew dance, and they like that. Because that's these devils. There it is. You could have 10 cents in your pocket. He wants 9 of them. And why does he want to leave that 1 cent? Why, you have 10 cents in your pocket, this so-called Jew wants 9 of it, and the reason he's giving you that 1 cent so you can go back and make him another 9 cents, man. That's just fucking dumb.
I got 1 and 6. I got 1 and 6. You have so much and bring in little, you eat, but you have not enough.
Yeah, man, and Jake ain't lazy, bro. Some Jakes is lazy, but a lot of Jakes is working 12 hours.
13 hours.
13 hours. You know what I'm saying? You got certain jobs out there, you work a month before you get paid. Jake doing that shit. So they sewing, but by the time the check clear, it's like, yo, I'm back in the hole. This guy Assassin, the Jamaican artist, he had a song called Hand to Mouth. It's like, yo, as soon as the partner come my turn to draw something, come on. You know? You gonna say,
I was going to say, and if you don't have kids, if you make too much money, you're going to end up owing more on your taxes.
yeah, the more you make, the more they take.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I learned that shit the hard way.
It is, you know, tax lower 10% or whatever you get. Okay, that's a constant 10%. This double 33%. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because the rich pay more the taxes here. You want both, brother? Let me get, yeah. Just 2 readers, until we switch it up. Because then it's gonna be everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yep, just 2 readers, so we. Yep.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes.
Right, you earn wages to put in the bag with holes, man. And this is real life shit. Bro. I work 2 jobs and I'm already like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Check is boom. Like, cause it's a lot of shit to be paid, man. And it's like, the more you make, the larger your overhead. Cause you start to take on more shit. You start to take, you know what I'm saying? If you're making $500 a week, you're not gonna have a car. But some more money coming, now you have a car. Guess what? Now that car comes with gas, it comes with repairs, it comes with services, dude, insurance, you know? All right, now you make more to cover that car. Now you get yourself an apartment. Or whichever way you want to do an apartment first, a car first, whatever. Another bill come through. All right, now you're making more to cover that. Now you done got your woman knocked up. There's another bill on that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like as soon as you make enough money to cover that, some new shit pop right up in there, man. You know? So it's either you're gonna work a lot and get a lot of money, or you're just gonna be frugal and not spend a lot and not enjoy much. You know? So this devil, he's a master class at just giving you the perfect position to never quite be ahead. Just for you to keep, you know that shit they had the dangle of the rabbit, the carrot, the rabbit's on the treadmill trying to chase that carrot? That's how the devil keeps you. He keeps you there. You make it just enough to think you're gonna make a little bit more, but same time you never fucking said that.
That remind me of a cartoon, Yogi's Ark. I use it with the Baloo video, okay? The gorilla like gorilla, he's chasing the bananas to fuel the shit. Because he's chasing that banana on the treadmill and there's power in the ark to fly. That is a Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Yogi's Ark. Yeah, you can look it up. This is John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Yeah, and that's the so-called white man. Did it with the Native Americans, all right? Now, thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. What is when you watch Planet of the Apes, what do you say? Beware the beast man, right? The harbinger of death. That's this devil, you know. And now Trump, Nero, he's turning shit up. They got that plane out. You can look it up. That presidential plane. They got it now in circulation because they're about to put him in there. Why? Because when shit kick, the president can't be on the floor. He has to be in the air. You know? So that move that they did on Venezuela was some gangster shit. Look, I'm just gonna take your leader. What you gonna do with the gas? You gonna keep it, nigga. What you gonna do with the oil? We gonna keep it. What you expect me to say?
They say, what you mean?
Give it back? Fuck out of here. We gonna keep it. We gonna tell you how we wanna distribute. So other nations are looking like, oh damn, the balls on this nigga, yo. You know? Because Venezuela, and now we're switching gears into, you know, more prophecy. Venezuela, all right, when, guess what? They had S-300s. They got that from Russia. Their radar was from China. Okay? Their drones was from Iran. And they was trying to say, look, man, I'm with trying to not deal with dollars. Now, granted, you know, leaving the dollar as the world reserve currency, I don't see that really happening because it just takes a long time to transition from one currency to the next. But the United States want to have their dominance in the Western world. You see, the ancient world, shit was just more overt. I'm coming to take your shit over. Listen to me and that. You know, it was just straight. You're going to be a vassal king. Now, shit is all covert and, you know, you can't make it look a certain way, how people might feel and shit like that. So they would do CIA regime change operations. You know, stage color revolutions. Trump said, fuck all that, we tried it. Why though it didn't work out? Let's just take this nigga out and take this shit. So they going back now more in that ancient world spirit. Because if you look at it, they had a map in 2020. The number one trade in Latin America was done by the United States. In 2025, it was China. So other nations are looking at shit like, yo, you can't let these niggas come back up. We gotta rule. Who's stopping us from making these trades? Naruto? All right, get him out of there. Sir, do you want to do a CIA regime trade? Fuck all that. Take him out there. You know them agents that did that operation in Seize Madudo. They knew they practiced that shit so much. They were saying because they had agents in his camps to map out his entire safe house. They said they practiced that shit so much those agents could move through that house blindfolded. Because when you go into a safe house and everything is dark, you don't know what's clear, what's. When they went in there, clear, he's out. That's how quick they did that shit. And I'm gonna tell you something. These military guys, they love that shit. You know what I'm saying? What was it? When you watch 300, what that guy said, he said, yo, the men need a battle. No, I'm sorry, Game of Thrones. They need a battle. The men need a battle. They need a war to keep them going. So this guy Trump come in, the military guys, they're like, yo, let's go, man. We ain't see no action in a minute. Give me a Delta mission. I want to do something. So when he got them boats ready, and that's what I said in my lessons. I said the way Trump used the military, he used it more surgical. Meaning, I'm gonna stage my military bases off-site, and I'm gonna use Delta Force like a scalpel. In other words, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
They the top, the Delta out there.
Yeah,
right?
instead of just coming in, instead of the brute force and stage my. I'm gonna be surgical. That's how they did Soleimani. That's how they do in the cartels. You stage your army across Mexico's border, then you get Delta Force in. So when these guys get that folder, here's the mission, they reading through the mission, they getting excited about that shit. Damn, I ain't get no action in a while. You know what I'm saying? I want to kick a nigga door in it. You know what I'm saying? So he got them all riled up. You see? So that's the spirit right now, that warlike spirit. That's how he said, look, Department of Defense, fuck that. We're the Department of War now. Change it from defense, because defense means I'm on the defense. Nah, fuck that. Department of War now. You're on the aggressive side now. And that's what we see. And he also said, guess what? Nicaragua and Colombia, you're next.
And Greenland.
And Cuba.
Cuba. Oh my God. If you're not, it's pretty much get down and lay down. It's about time you got this, because look, America's always been the dominant power. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? The largest GDP, the largest military. This nigga's like, yo, why are we not flexing this shit? Let's flex it now. Who's gonna stop us? And we need that pride in there, so these nations, like Russia, these guys could look like, all right, word, then we're gonna start plotting now. And this is all staging of World War III. And the fact that the so-called Jew Amalek, Israel, the state of Israel, is the reason why they went to Venezuela. Guess what? There's gonna be more animosity towards Israel and America, stirring up Ezekiel 38. You see how the Lord is working? Got something?
This is Psalm chapter 10,
Get the one,
verse 4. It says, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous.
What I always say, bro. This devil will get on his knees in church, look up at the sky and say, I don't know if you're there, but you don't believe in the Most High. Yo, bro, I was playing the Lord's Prayer on here. I was like, because, you know, I'm going over it in the Hebrew. I was like, let me just put it on real quick in English. Let me get a little vibration going. I click this shit, and Edom might read, Our Father. I'm like, I just turned that shit off, man. This devil, he don't believe in the Most High, man. Even Eddie Griffin said, yo, you go to a white church, and then you go to a black church, and the Lord, he's like, yo, you just feel it. You know what I'm saying? So Jake feels and believe in the Most High. This devil don't believe in the Most High. Look at the shit he's doing. There's no fear of the Lord in this devil. This devil is so prideful that he's going to be the only nation to fight against the Lord and suck himself. That's how much pride these devils got. So we just get it from the top part.
This is Psalm chapter 10, verse 4. It says, the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
That's what falling into this man's thoughts, man. Why do you think he's passing these decrees? Why do you think he's splicing animal DNA, fucking with the world so much? All right? This devil boldly said there is no God, and guess what? There's a guy, he look like me. You know? Creation doesn't make sense. Well, you know what makes sense? Big Bang. The Big Bang makes sense. So you're telling me, you know, you go to a junkyard, right? Go to a junkyard, shoot a fucking rocket launcher at it, and the end result's a McLaren. You see how stupid that shit is? Blow this shit up, the end result's gonna be a Porsche or Bugatti. That don't make no sense. The so-called white man told you came from... All right, let's deal with this, right, real quick. And I don't want to sidetrack too much, right? Let's use the so-called white man science, right? Science should be something that's observable, right? Observable science, right? You told us we came from monkeys. I can't observe that. The Bible told me we came from a man and a woman having sex. I could observe that. So what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Chickens came from dinosaurs. Dinosaurs once had feathers. This man just makes shit up like a fairy tale.
Teaching in school is crazy. It says his ways are always grievous.
And you know what? You know what's crazy too, bro? You could be a Bible believing person and believe that shit. You know, Jason, I thought that shit was evolution. Kinda. I'm like, when I come with the truth, I'm like, wait a minute. The apostles said there's one flesh. Yo, the flesh of a reptilian dinosaur is not the flesh of a bird, man. You know? Then you hear scriptures about, you know, science falsely so-called, man. You know?
It says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Right, for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Right, so this devil is lifted up in his mind. Right?
It says, he had said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Gosh, yo, bro, that's how come they make movies. Here it is. It's the year 3000, the so-called white man still on top. Aliens came to Earth, and they subjected to the so-called white man paying bills just like you now.
Damn.
So, that's the devil. You don't ever see himself going down, man. All right? It's a post-apocalyptic world. He's still on top of it.
Greenland 2 is out. Greenland 2 is out.
What's Greenland 2? What's that?
Greenland was a comet that destroyed the planet. They got to the bunkers. Gerard Butler and his family. And now they trying to find those craters to hide in. You saw it? I ain't see it.
I saw the common attractions of it. I saw the common attractions of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Watch Star Wars. Watch any of these movies in the future. So-called white man's on top. They might have a black president, but then they'll do this. You know, go behind a shadow. You see the faces are blacked out. But it's all Edomites. They show you that there's an undercover brother, the man. It's a face, a shadowy figure, but it's an Edomite.
Is this the man?
So he's always in his mind gonna be on top. That's how come. How about shit y'all shot gonna just? You know when you stomp shit, you stomp with some shit, then you go like this on it. That's what the Lord's gonna have to do to this devil, man. Proud of that.
It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
And what's great is the Most High is gonna have him hang himself. He's gonna have the one that dig the pit. He gonna fall in it because they're boasting, as the scripture says, he lifts himself up in his brigandine. They boast in these missile defense system and they missiles and all that. That's what's gonna take your own selves out, man. Because Russia got some shit too. All right, and we're now approaching 6G.
So does China.
China too. Yeah, I mean sixth generation speed. Things are you gotta have 6G and 7, whatever. You have to have super fast speed because that's how the chip is gonna work. You're not gonna be at the register and shit processing and none of that. You're gonna be walking in another store, everything paid for on your chip. That's what they're going towards, brother. Payment processing, that's old shit now.
It says, under his tongue is...
Let me punch in my code and look at my account. That's old shit now.
Right.
You're going straight chip, man. That's what they're going for.
It says, under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking
You
places.
know how some people get a good night's sleep after you had a good workout?
Right.
You know, you might have fucked some bitch, you knock out, feel great. This devil, he sleeps joyously when some new grievous shit has been passed. That's what the scriptures actually tell you that he tossing and turning. Fuck, man, these niggas people more pain and destruction in the world. You know what I'm saying? So when some new grievous laws pass, you see people complain like again child support, these different laws. That's when he's sleeping nice. You know, but that's why that's why the Most High made this though. You know what I'm saying?
And the people mourning is like a lullaby to this.
Right, exactly. That's a good point. Yep. You know, you got people jumping out the window and shit because of some greedy ass laws. That makes that man happy. He's smiling ear to ear, man.
Yeah. Well, that's why 9/11 they was really just watching. You know what I'm saying? Just
well, you had the
watching
dancing
all the chaos.
Israelis, brother.
Yeah.
You had the dancing Israelis. Look, really dancing. Watching 9/11 fall from Jersey. So, that's how these people are, man.
It says, he's sitting in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places, doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Yeah. Oh man, read that part again, bro. And that's the thing with these devils too. A rock child right now can walk on the street, nobody will know. They power is that man, they not gonna flaunt no gold like you niggas. You know? Which is nothing wrong with flaunting your gold, whatever you want powerful, you rock your little Rolex or whatever. But they don't give a shit about that. When you get to that level, you don't give a fuck about money. It's about power. Who can I control? I want your soul. That's how these devils think. Why you think they want to chip around? Why would money matter when you can say, hey, put infinite zeros on my account? They don't give a shit about that. They want your fucking soul, man. They want to know what you're sleeping, thinking, drinking, everything. That's how come they got social media. We want to know everything you're thinking. All right? And like this dude Nick Rockefeller said, look, they just want to shut your chip off. There's a problem, shut his chip off. Now you just can't do shit.
Yeah.
You can't drive your car because you got a smart car now. You can't get in your house because there's smart houses. You can't take a shit in the toilet because there's a smart toilet. All right? You completely control your life.
Factionless.
That's how come they want to get rid of all these old cars. You know shit that run on gas? They want to get rid of that. They want electric vehicles now, so you try to run away, just turn the battery on. Matter of fact, fuck that. Take control of the car and drive it off of a cliff.
Show you that in the movie.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun also
Leave the world behind.
and also leave the world behind.
Yep, they was crashing them Teslas.
In the movie with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, Demolition Man.
Demolition Man, yep. It was taking, what the fuck is this? Taking control of the car. You know? What's that other movie he had the chip in him? The guy that looked like Tom Hardy.
Was that the one where he was like paralyzed and they
put a chip in him and shit?
I forgot the name of the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
His car too. He was with his wife. They crashed his car. And you know what? The thing with EV cars is they kind of like, they're not really like masculine. You know what I mean? Like you got these so-called American Edomites. They like to rev up their shit. My fucking Dodge, my muscle car, my Dodge SRT. So that EV shit ain't really catching on like that. So you know what they did? They said, fuck it, it's an EV mandate now. You gotta drive it now. You know what I'm saying?
It says, he's sitting in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places.
There's one Jake in my job, he's an older Jake. He's like, the thing with Tesla's Pro, them shit's so corny. So, it's just bland. So, you know, they gotta, if they can't get it, if they're not feeling it, fuck, let's just mandate it. Let's start making all their cars EV. That's it, bro.
It says, he's sitting in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places, doeth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Yeah, this man's eyes are set against him. Who's the poor? Jake. You know, his eyes are set towards you. This man don't want. No, yeah, look, right now, so-called white men, the elites are talking about, they could end world hunger 10 times over. But their mind's like, what's the point of that? You know, we want to fucking keep ruling over these serfs. You know? In our kingdom, hey man, every Israelite's gonna be, ain't gonna be no poor Israelite, bro. Poor Israelite, right? What the fuck is that? Phenomenal, poor Israelite. You know? That's gonna be some absurd shit to even think about. All our people are gonna be doing good, bro.
Psalms.
And the universe is so vast, man. The Spirit had me watch a lot of videos of the universe. during the week, man, I'm just like, damn, Lord really got a lot planned for us, man. I mean, there's a lot planned for us out there, man. Scripture said in my Father's house in many mansions. The universe is so vast that the speed of light is slow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Watch videos like that. Like, yo, the Lord really got some stuff planned for us, bro. You know?
Can't even imagine.
You're gonna have to need the wormholes and stuff like that to travel, explore the entire kingdom. The Lord got planned for his people, man.
Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Who's the wicked? You got the sons of men. First of all, you get that right. You got the sons of God, the Israelites. You got the sons of men, the other nation. You got the sons of the wicked, so-called white men. Sister said they're estranged from them. They estranged from the moment they're born. How is that? That means his spirit gotta be cooking from Jump Street. You know? Because here's the thing right now with Jake. Jake can't really, I got you, my brother. Jake can't do what the so-called white man do. Because Jake is compassionate. You know what I'm saying? Jake after a while is gonna say, man, you know what, man, yo, 50% tax is too crazy, man. Let's bring it. That's wild. Jake is gonna think like that. He's so fuck that. He ain't thinking like that.
They're gonna increase it.
They're gonna increase it. You know what I'm saying?
They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies.
Right, so Google Gaga is a lie, like brother said, when it comes to this devil. All he knows is lying, man. He's this fucking fork-tongued devil. The first lie you read in the scriptures come from who? The serpent. Told Eve, you ain't gonna die, you eat that apple. Or if you take part in that fruit. Said? So this man, all he knows is lies and deceptions, man. That's his nature. But yeah, you got Israelites out there talking about, you know what, some of them can make it. Jakes like that just gotta take a long walk off on a short cliff, man. They ain't gonna get it.
Yo, you know their IQ is room temperature. They have room temperature IQ.
So I got real quick. This is
First
to
IQ
prove
is
that
low.
to prove who's the wicked. Malachi the first chapter, the 4th verse. It says, whereas Edom have said, where Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
There was a point where the so-called white man was like the Flintstones. Cavemen, stupid low, you know? But they said, we're gonna come back. They did come back during what period? A couple times they came back during the Roman Empire. But really, the most recent one was the Renaissance era.
That's right.
Right?
It says, whereas Edom said, this is Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down.
Yeah, they're going to build, but the Most High is going to throw down. All right? So America has been built up. America is the superpower, the largest military, the largest GDP, all that shit. Why was it built up? Romans 9:17. For this purpose have I raised you up, saith the Lord, that I may show my power. So the Most High built this place up to be a wicked, very powerful nation. That way when he stumbles this shit, all will know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is King Supreme.
It says, here's the point. They shall call them the border of wickedness. And the people.
The border of wickedness. You know how they say in the world he lived up to his name? He lived up to his name. That's what these devils lived up to that name. Everything this man does is wicked, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh hath indignation forever.
Righteous anger forever, man. Even when this man is trying to be righteous, is wicked. Oh, let's start a group for recycling the bottles and shit. And well, who started the pollution in the first place? You know, he don't know what to do. Yo, plastic bags, paper bags, cans. They don't know what to do. That's how much you can fuck the world up. Paper straws now.
They got cardboard straws too.
Cardboard, yeah, whatever, man. None of this shit is working. It's all fucked.
You charge 5 cents or 10 cents more for a plastic bag in the name of the environment.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Why are we recycling though? Because you created the pollution. Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged.
Yeah, the nations are angry. All right, the nations are angry with who? They're angry with America. All right? Because why? That you got the wine and the philosophy of the so-called white man all right, just spread from the Western world to the Eastern world. These nations are pissed off, man. You think these nations are happy about OnlyFans and shit? You know? I mean, they don't give a fuck, but once it comes up to their boys, they get pissed.
That they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name.
Yeah, there's a lot right there. Read it again, but let's line by line, let's break it out.
All right. And
From the top. Line by line, let's break that one down. Revelation 17.
all right. Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry.
Right? The other stuff, the nations are angry with who? America. Go ahead.
And thy wrath is come,
Mm-hmm.
and the time of the dead, that they should be judged.
Right, the time of the dead. Who are the dead? The other nations. They also going to be judged. Go ahead.
And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants,
Now,
the
who's the ones that
prophets.
serve the Lord? Servants and prophets, the elect of the nation of Israel. Right? What's that reward going to be? The kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And to the saints,
Right? The saints of Israel, like Psalms 148.
and them that fear thy name.
And them that fear thy name. Who fears the name? Somebody gets Sirach 11 and 7, Baba Kashar. Because you got some guys saying, we don't know the name. There it is, you got the nation. So the nations, they know the names of their gods, but we don't know the name of our God. Like, who do we call upon? What the fuck? Yo, man. Sirach 11 and 7.
7. This is Sirach, chapter 11 to water, verse 7. It says, blame.
No. Is it the elect shall praise thy holy name? 17? The elect shall praise thy holy name. So, sorry, 17 and 10. 17 and 10. Yep.
All right, it's Sirach, chapter 17, verse 10. And it says, and the elect shall praise his holy name.
Right. And when you go to the Baruch, it says, we shall praise the name of the land of our captivity. So these niggas that's talking about name don't matter, and you can call them yogurt, we don't have the name sold out. Whether they took a fucking Faustian deal from the so-called white man, or they just got demons on them. You're supposed to know the name of the Lord. You're supposed to have a power to call on.
That's right.
What?
Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
This man destroyed the planet Earth, man. You know, right now the planet Earth itself is praying to the Lord. Yo, please, Lord, hurry up. You know how you have a virus in your body, you feeling sick and shit, and you want to just fix it. That's what the missiles are going to do. It's going to be a bitter herb to the planet Earth. It's going to throw up. It's going to shake to and fro. It's going to throw the hell up, get all that nastiness out of it, and be you again. Yeah, it's like, this fucking, you just weak. Oh, I need. So the missiles, again, it's going to be that bitter herb, just cleansing agent, down to the elements. That's how fucked up this place is. The elements got to get clean. You know?
Destroying the sea world, that's a different world in itself.
Sea world's getting destroyed, Earth, animal world, the microscopic world.
Yeah.
Because the scripture says the elements, they getting fucked up.
You go with the food. I watched a guy from like Texas or something. He went to Jamaica. He said, yo, in Jamaica, you could smell the food.
Oh, hell yeah.
When it gets ripe, you could smell the pineapples before you even see them.
Yeah,
So you go to the grocery store in America, you don't smell shit. I said, oh,
That's true. Yo, bro, I noticed that
You
when
know
I
what
went to Jamaica, we got some mangoes. The mangoes came in the car, now the whole car smelled like mangoes.
car smell like, yeah.
So, right. And you think you eating organic. I'm going to tell you something, bro. Back in like, what was about 2014, I went to Jamaica, I came back up here. I thought I was eating organic. Now look, I'm like, yo, this arugula lasting a week. Week and a half. This shit ain't real. When you put organic food in the fridge, 3 days is bad. Right, ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But they put all the preservatives and all this type of shit in there. And organic is just like a label. That's like putting trademark on something. That shit don't really mean nothing. You got organic seedless grapes, man. So this devil was just a piece of shit, man. You gotta go.
Anything that's seedless, I'm not eating it because it's not real.
Right.
Because any fruit, every fruit has a seed. Even avocados have a seed, and the seed within the seed. That big ass seed from the avocado, you break it open, there's another seed in it. So I did it before. So people on my job put me on, she's like, let me show you something. There's a seed within the seed. You see this big seed? I'm gonna break it. She kind of cracked it, and it was another seed, small seed. And I was like, oh shit, yeah. I learn something new every. You learn something new every day. I didn't even know that. So,
Somebody get Proverbs 19:10.
You got it? Yeah. I got it. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 10.
Yeah, Proverbs 30 and 21. They link together. All this is happening because the devil is ruling. Go ahead.
Yep. This is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 10. It says, delight is not seemly for a fool,
Delight means luxury. Go ahead.
much less for a servant to have rule over princes.
Right. Much less for a servant to have rule over princes. And right now, you have a servant ruling the planet Earth. You know? I always use the analogy, you know, you got a Fortune 500 company, you put a janitor in charge, it's just gonna go under. He's a fucking janitor, he's not meant to run no 500 for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this devil is not meant to be ruling the planet Earth, but he is. And this is what's happening with it, man. Anytime you deviate from the scriptures, it's just gonna cause confusion. You're supposed to have a land Sabbath. Alright? You're not supposed to be planting certain seeds together. There's certain things you're supposed to be. The Bible is an instruction manual, man. Just like how you have an instruction manual to the car. You start putting corn oil in your goddamn tank, it's gonna fuck your car up, man. So that's what this devil is doing, man. He's trying to find all types of alternative ways to run the planet Earth outside of the scriptures. Notice leading to more confusion.
devil.
Devil, bro.
Verse 30 and 21, right?
Yep.
Proverbs 30 and 21. For three things the earth is disquieted, and for four which it cannot bear.
Right.
For a servant when he reigneth,
For a servant when he reigneth, man. That's why the earth is disquieted. That's why the earth is fucked up. Because this man is not supposed to be ruling. His actions show you that. His decrees show you that. Planet Earth itself is showing us that. Alright?
and a fool when he is filled with meat.
The fool when he's filled with meat, man. You know? But see what happens, man. The fool is filled with everything. This man could be running the world. Why the fuck are we importing trees? What the fuck? When Gad was ruling, all right, when Gad was running America, it was, man, this thing looked like heaven. You know, the land of Canaan, the land of 04. But now this devil coming in, and you gotta import trees now and shit, man. You gotta hold these trees up with sticks and shit. Why? Because you plant them in the midst of concrete above a sewer. So all this shit and gunk is going up in there. It's all fucked up, man. This is what you're not supposed to be doing. In Jamaica, and I always use Jamaica because I only know Jamaica. I don't know Puerto Rico and all these other different tribe islands. I'm sure it's pretty much the same, but you don't gotta put no manure and all that type of shit going on to fertilize the earth and all that. Shit just grow, man. You know, if you leave the planet Earth to its devices and till the land the right way, it will yield a lot. They got this in the Elder Yashawama, he posted on WhatsApp. There's this waterfall out there in Brazil, bro. It look like the kingdom, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like a constant rainbow, and
It's always been the water's blue.
Yo, my goodness, man. Pretty
saw
much anywhere the so-called white man is not touched, and when I say touch, I mean like built his shit up there. The earth is beautiful, man. You got them certain places out there in the Arctic where the penguins be at, and you see at nighttime all these different colors and shit across the sky. It's so beautiful, man. Fast forward here, you can't even fucking see stars. You can't see stars in America, in New York, man. Because things are running 24 hours with artificial lights. Don't you know that fuck with your senses and your sensory and all that? The devil knows that.
He knows. That's why he does it.
Let's run some shit 24. Let's put lights up 24 hours. Only a devil would think there's supposed to be a time where let's shut everything down and then people rest, shut the town down, and that shit get dark, and you know? That's how things should be. But this man, nope, 24 hours, yo. 7 days a week, put lights up. Let's have the train just be running this shit. So they can't, you know what I mean? They can't get any sort of sound rest.
Shit, you can see that. You can hear that shit at night, man. The trains, man. You live close to the train station. Hit, man.
You would think like, yo, I'm gonna show you how this devil is. You would think like, yo, man, there's a train there. Let's not build that shit there. Fuck it. Let's build it right next to the tracks. I'm like, not even joking, bro. You got certain houses. You turn your window up, the train is right in front of you.
Like, this is that
On
brother
Simpson,
video.
on Simpson, passing Simpson.
Yeah.
You go, you can see people. While you in your while you in the train, you can see people in their living room sitting there watching TV.
I be thinking like, yo, how could you live right there? But you know what? Some people don't got a choice.
That's all they can get. That's all they can get.
That's like my building,
Nah,
but
that's all you
I'm
can
on
get.
I'm on the side where the train don't fuck with me, but you can see it. I can look at the shit from my kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
But I'm in a good position. But yo, that shit, yeah, that's why I'm laughing when brothers say things. You see me laughing, I'm like, oh shit, that applies to me.
And you know how the train be? The train don't be like, it ain't like Japan. You got electric trains and shit.
That shit's
This
noisy.
shit
as
is
fuck.
loud, and then not only is it loud when it's breaking.
Yeah, I tell you another thing. You know what device I used to use to block that out? You gonna say this fucked up? I used to put up the volume on my TV, or when I'm running the AC. That's weird,
You
right?
gotta drown the noise out with
Drown
noise.
the noise out.
You gotta drain the noise out with more noise.
Coffee.
Yeah, how would you do? So
Coffee. Black with no sugar.
I think a T2
Ginger tea, and just me and coffee for
Black with no sugar.
all right.
So, you know, again, this is what happens when this devil is ruling, man. I'll bring out one more scripture that we can read, get these brothers involved. That was something
I'm reading Isaiah 47. This is Isaiah chapter 47. It's Isaiah chapter 47, verse 7. It says, verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand, and didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end. Yeah, that's what it is, man. So the simple white man, hey, guess what? He don't remember the latter end, man. All right, he think he gonna rule forever. All right, you see how DJ Trump being all proudful. And in my spirit, I kind of low-key knew that was gonna happen. He trying to take over this whole Western Hemisphere. All right, but guess what, man? Your time is up. That latter end that you didn't consider, right, is coming up. All right, the scriptures say, "He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity." All right, so guess what? Enjoy it. All right, the scriptures speak in Lamentation 4:22. All right, hey, rejoice and be glad.
You know what? You know what I like about DJT? He don't like wasting time. I'm tired of these games, bro. Let's just take shit over and do things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Start a war, man. I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Hey, start some shit, bro. So it's what, November? And that's kind of wild, though. This guy just came in November.
Really?
Yeah. Think about that, bro. Yo,
Well, I feel like it was a long time.
this guy officially got sworn in November and shit. We already taking shit
He
over.
got sworn in
and war.
January. January 1st, he got sworn
He
in.
got sworn in January, but he won in November.
And he didn't stop taking over shit.
Just start taking over shit. Look,
2
Colombia
weeks.
next. What you gonna do with the oil keepers, bitch?
Cuba, Greenland. This dude is threatening a lot of people. A lot of people is looking at this dude sideways because of what he's doing. You know? So, but hey.
Beef with NATO. Yo, he's thinking about pulling America out of NATO, bro. And
Out of the EU, but they're not part of NATO, they're part of EU.
you're right, he's not a part of NATO. But he doesn't want to do deals with them no more. Because they'll do things like sanction Russia, and NATO will still trade to Russia.
Right.
And he's like, why the fuck we doing that for? What's that about? But let's say they killed him, right? Well, guess what? Now we got a civil war on our hands, and you got J.D. Vance in there, which he's Peter Thiel puppet. So it's like, you can't stop this thing, man. You can't stop. Well, you can't stop when the law got going. You know. But we hope, Lord willing, like, and this is 2 months. Imagine 4 years. What? You know what I'm saying? This has been 2 fucking months, right? December, January, right?
It just started, yeah.
It just started.
Actually, he got sworn. He got put in office 8 days ago. He was sworn because the 10 days, say the 11th, or the 10th or the 11th. So he became the president. He got elected in November, but he became the president. You know, it's been a year and a half. In 2025, he's been the president for a year.
Yo, look, bro. Since this guy got on the scene, we're talking about 2024. 2024. Already got 3 assassination attempts. You got a fucking war over there in Russia going, Ukraine, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Shit is moving.
He's that cool lord.
Yeah, he's that cool lord. And you know that song with Gunna? When Gunna is writing with the pen and the shit turns on fire? They put that meme with that dude because the moment he got in there, it was like all these different executive orders being passed and shit. You know what I'm saying? ICE thing going on.
ICE is killing people indiscriminately. Getting away with it.
I love it.
Killed the Edomite woman. Now everybody's looking at that shit like this shit is crazy right now. They killed the Edomite woman, and she wasn't bad looking. You see her, right? She was hot.
I thought she was a Latin tribe because the picture was kind of blurry and then she had the curly 90s hair, but then I was like, okay, but you know she was an agent provocateur, right?
Could be.
No. She was a paid ICE protester.
Okay,
that's what she was doing there. So they had people that they paid to protest these ICE things, but that bitch took the wrong day and the wrong time because that agent that shot the bitch, like I think a couple months prior, he was trying to stop somebody speeding off. The person sped off and fucked up his arm. So you see him in the hospital and shit. His arm was all fucked up. So he was like, not this time.
The narrative is she be dropping her for a 6-year-old son. And she got in the car and shit. That was the narrative that they trying to spin.
You're not supposed look, ICE agents are federal agents. And when they doing that shit, that's like you getting on a federal investigation. So right there, that shit he has immunity because in the police department, they're trained. You cannot shoot somebody when the vehicles are moving. But once that vehicle's moving, they got the right to discharge. So she should have known that. She didn't. She got blasted. So no prosecutor is going to take that case because guess what? If you try to make it a state level case, he's a federal agent. He's going to make it a federal case because he can do that. You're going to lose. You know? So what's the moral of the story? Don't drive off with a cop got a fucking gun in your head.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, bro.
The moral of the story is this right here. Romans chapter 13, verse 1.
That's
Let
it.
every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Yo, Eldai now said this is the Lancey. When I first got in the truth, cop pull you over, roll down your fucking window. How may I help you, officer? What the fuck you doing speeding? I don't get these niggas. These niggas will pull over, pull down the tinted window, mad weed smoke coming out. Like, why do you stop me? So these niggas be just egging these dudes, man. You gotta understand, some of these niggas got this gun like, I just want a nigga to fuck with me, man. Right. And you guys give the reason to. Go ahead.
It says, Romans chapter 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power. Mm-hmm. For there is no power but of Yahweh.
Yeah, so the Most High put these devils in charge. And look, this is the apostle saying this back when the Romans was ruling. Because you had, guess what? You had Jakes that was doing these different revolts, going against taxes and trying to revolt this, that, and the third. The apostle Paul was like, don't do all that, man. The Lord set these devils up.
Minister to the Lord was the Lord. Minister to Esau was Esau.
That's it. You know that stupid nigga Asher calls he did a video, he uploaded a video, he's on one of these ICE protests.
Yeah. He's at an ICE protest?
Oh, the Venezuelan protest or some shit like that. We shouldn't be doing none of that shit, man. You had IUIC marching when it was Israel versus Palestine. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing, really? What are you really doing? That's not our assignment, bro. Go ahead,
It says, the powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh.
Right.
And they that resist shall receive within themselves damnation.
Yeah, so when I be seeing these things like, remember the nigga that got choked out years ago for having Lucy? Huh? No, not that.
That's some fat guy from Staten Island, right?
Fat nigga from Staten Island.
I forgot his name.
You selling Lucy's, niggas is telling you stop.
Eric, no, his name was
Eric Gardner.
Eric Gardner, yeah.
All you gonna do doing that shit is get yourself on a t-shirt.
His wife name was Esau.
Really?
My name was Esau.
Eric Gardner, Trayvon Martin, all you dumb niggas. And you know what? Esau is very manipulative because you always see cases like that right around when it's time to vote. Why? So BLM could pop out. So all that shit is like staged in a way. Like,
Died for a reason.
yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something. Every single day you got to Edomite killing a Jake. But it's when do we need that news on the surface? You know? When do we need that at the forefront of the news? When it's time to vote, let's get these niggas emotional.
That's right. It says, this is back in Romans chapter 13, verse 3. For the rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Will thou then not be afraid of the powers? Do not that which is, do that which is good, and there shall, and it says, do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. And it's telling you, man, like the
Ginger, right?
Said, when you get pulled over,
Water.
you tell, you feel me, turn your lights on, put your hands on the steering wheel, and roll the window down, and then you know, you say things that's you know, not going to irk the police officer. A soft answer turn up away wrath, man. So if you coming out there aggressive, they gonna get aggressive. But if you address them as officer and talk to them nice, a soft answer turn up away wrath. You know, explain anything that they want you to comply with, anything they want you to comply to. If they ask you to comply to anything they ask you to comply to, let's do it. You will see you come by to that motherfucker probably without a ticket and without your head being cracked. Yeah, bro.
I got one. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. It reads, agree with thine adversary quickly whilst thou art in the way with him.
Agree with their adversaries while down quickly while thou was in the way of them. Police pull you over, or if you got or if you got a situation where you get a situation where Esau, is coming at you, agree with him. Talk calmly to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to, he's your adversary. Even when it comes to Jake, I'm with Jake's. You got to agree, and he's coming aggressive. A soft answer turn up away wrath, man. And that goes with any nation, anybody that you dealing with. You got to be able to, quell that angry spirit that's on them, on that person, which is a demon. You know what I mean?
Yep, it says, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison.
Because it's not only Edomite cops, you got Jake cops, and you got Ephraimite cops, from the Latin tribes. You got to watch out for them too. You got to also speak accordingly to them too. Address them, accordingly, because they would do the same thing, if not worse than what Esau would do to you. Esau, Jake, they try to go to the extent. So you got to be careful, even with these Israelite cops. They're the worst cops. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we got another one. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. It reads, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Yeah, midst of wolves is these different nations and even our own people, man. We out here, we open to the elements. I'm saying, but we got a hedge around us. The Most High have these ends. We can't see them, but we being protected. We have a hedge around us. You know what I'm saying? So nobody could walk up on us and then start blasting at us. You know what I'm saying? Or come up on us, a gang of men, and start trying to jump us. The Most High ain't gonna allow that to happen. Because there's angels that's protecting us. Yeah, brother.
Yep, it reads, be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
That's why we set up men on post. Being circumspect. Watch for any danger that's lurking and alert the men that's speaking so they can be on point. Because we live in some times where, everybody that's coming up against our ministry, starting with the apostles on down, that's speaking 100% truth. A lot of women, a lot of effeminate men that's coming up against us talking shit on TikTok. And when you go into Proverbs, it tell you about how, you know, the lips of a fool will bring forth destruction unto themselves, man. Rough and paraphrase. Yeah, bro.
Yep, it says verse 17, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
Yeah, man. And when you see happening, right now, you see, that was happening in the ancient world. But now it's happening on a scale whereas, you know, you got to be careful what you say online. You got to be careful of how you approach things because, I mean, even our own people will come at us. And then we don't want to have the ministry blamed, so we got to be circumspect and speak accordingly. Let's teach the scriptures and bring out the prophecies. No personal attacks, just bring out the prophecies. Yeah, bro.
Yep, that was it.
That's it. Yep.
This is Sirach chapter 9, verse 13. It says, keep thee far from the men that have power to kill, so shall thou not doubt the fear of death.
That's right.
And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
If you in the midst of a person that you know don't care about shedding blood, you gotta tread on thin ice while you in the midst of that person. You know, meaning Esau or a wicked ass Jake that don't mind shedding innocent blood, or nobody's innocent, don't mind shedding blood. So you gotta walk on eggshells around these individuals while you in the midst of them. But you don't want to be around them for a long period of time. You just be around them for a certain period of time. If you have to, you flee. Get away from them. So your life will be not so much in danger while you're around them. While you're around them, your life is in danger. They can overthrow you and do you dirty while you're in the midst of them. You know, so you guys be careful, be circumspect. Yeah.
Yep, I got one. This is Romans chapter 12. Salakia, verse 18. It reads, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
You gotta be at peace with all men. I mean, an Edomite man, an Ishmaelite man, a Hamite man, you gotta be at peace with all men. Because we living in a time of great treachery, and the love of many has waxed cold to the point where people are looking to unleash their fury and their frustration out on other men or women. So you got to be careful.
Yep, one more. It reads, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
All you gotta do is just keep your trust and faith in the Lord, man. I mean, you ain't gotta go out there. If somebody wrong you, if they ain't the point where they putting hands on you, of course you're gonna defend yourself. But if somebody do some wicked shit to you, man, hey, put up a curse upon them. I'm saying, let it go, man. Let the Most High deal, man. Yeah. You know, I mean, somebody wrong you on your job, and he ain't put no hands on you, or she ain't put no hands on you, but they did some trifling shit to you. Just put up curses, man, and let the Most High deal. You know? Even if you put up curses 3 or 4 times a day upon that person, every day, eventually the Most High's gonna get tired of you begging them for help him. And he gonna take care of that situation for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3. It says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
That's right. You can't give offense to, read it again, Bible.
It says, giving no offense in anything.
Giving no offense in anything. Wherefore, the ministry cannot be blamed. So we out here, we're not going to do no personal attacks. We just going to teach the word. Bring out the prophecies. Because we don't want the ministry blamed. And then you see somebody going off, you rebuke them openly. I've seen people I've seen different apostles or different elders rebuke different people that fell out the truth or went off, and you got people putting on the comment boards. Why can't you go to that brother privately and rebuke him? No, because open rebuke is better than secret love. You got to rebuke him. You got to rebuke him openly. So therefore, somebody else, if he's not being rebuked, somebody else that don't know no better will be like, okay, he ain't getting rebuked. They're gonna do the same thing. If not worse. So you openly rebuke that man, and people be like, okay, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, bro.
It says, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, and much patience, and afflictions, and necessities, and distresses, and stripes, and imprisonments, and tumults, and labors, and watchings, and fastings.
We just gotta bear, things that come upon us, take cheerfully, do what we gotta do, Do what we gotta do, take cheerfully what's come upon us, and that's, bear all the infirmities that's coming upon us, do everything that's right, and the Most High gonna protect you. The Most High gonna not let you go through what you can't take, what you can't bear. So just do what you gotta do and keep it moving, man. Keep it moving, because people gonna come up against you in this faith. And you got your family members, your women, even your children.
Yeah.
So you gotta be extra on point, man.
Even to add on, because there's nothing new under the sun. I just did a lesson on that. When you read the Revelations, the 2nd chapter, and when Yahweh Shah was talking to the church of Smyrna, he was giving them encouragement, because in that time period, you had people that was Jews, all right, Jake, basically coming against the believers of Yahweh Shah. And you had the Romans coming down on people who believed in Yahweh Shah, because they basically wanted you to bow down to Caesar. So it's nothing new. It's going to be the same thing now. You're going to have people that's going to come against us, because we basically going against the society. We're going against the New World Order. We're going against, the future. All right? You're going to have the governments come down upon us, our own families, like the brother mentioned. People that you may know at your job. Your woman's friends, like people people you grew up with, they're gonna all turn against you.
And let me just say this right here. Being in this everywhere I'm at, you have a lot of people that mainly a lot of women I see, they will walk by, they have noticed me, and they be like, oh shit, that's my manager. Shit. Fuck, he one of them people? Or they'll look at me, they'll say hi and keep it moving. I'm like, oh shit. But they don't say nothing on the job, because what could they possibly say? But you have certain individuals that will see you and will try to call you out. Like one individual, I was in the mess hall, well not the mess hall, I was in the cafeteria getting some food. Dude started calling my name, I ignored him. Started calling my Hebrew name, I ignored him. So he was calling my name and started talking shit, GMS. Not GMS, GMS. That's what he was saying. A lot of bullshit. I just walked up and people was looking at him like he was crazy. So I went outside in the yard, not the yard, where they have beaches outside, in the parking lot, and he was like talking shit. You had a couple of Dominican guys out there. He was like, and one of them said, "That loco," like talking to him, because I was ignoring him. He said, "That loco," and they walked away, and I started laughing. You think that shit is funny? They talking all kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But eventually, I don't see him no more. Because, I guess he left or got fired, or, because that place is a revolving door, man, anyway, man. People come and go, so. But I've had encounters where people, they would see me walking, right here teaching, or holding posts or reading, and they will see me, and then they won't say nothing, but people on the job be like, yo, they would tell other people, but then nobody say nothing because I'm a manager. Then, they be like, I ain't fuck with this nigga. You know what I mean? I ain't losing my job for this shit. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Anybody got something?
This is Luke 12 and 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you, nay, but rather division.
Because there's going to be divisions in your family, amongst friends. I don't really have friends, man. My friends are the brotherhood. Outside of the truth, I don't have friends, man, because I don't trust none of them niggas, man. So it's going to be divisions in your household. Women may secretly hate you because you in the truth. You put up videos. And occasionally, you speak against what women do. So they will look at you like, okay, this guy here, he's misogynistic. I've had people in my family say that. You misogynistic, you hate women. Meanwhile, you was born of a woman. And I was born of my father. Through a woman. But in any event, you got divisions in your family. And in this, on your job and whatever, your everyday life, it's gonna be divisions. That's how the Most High set things up. Yeah, brother.
It says, For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law.
And we see that now going on within the households. You know? I mean, we see that mainly because we're under the curse that's happening. You know, that's referring to Israel, because you don't see Edomites against each other like that. You don't see it like that. Their house is well in order. Their women don't be bucking up against the man. Sometimes you do, you see that, but it's a rare thing. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's a rare thing, but it's not common. But you see that it's common in the house in the household of Israel, man, where the family and the children come up against you. A man don't really have no peace in this house when it comes to the women, especially the nigga woman. You ain't gonna have no peace when it comes to the nigga woman, man. She ain't gonna let you have no peace. She's gonna grieve you. And when I mean a nigga woman, I'm talking about all the tribes, man. But it's more so with the black women. But these Latin tribes, man, they sometimes if they family orientated, you good. But if they been raised around nigga women, you gonna get it. That's like a salsa flavor of a nigga woman, a salsa flavor of a nigga woman. Yeah, brother. That was it. You got something?
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verses 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
If you can rule your spirit and don't get angry at certain things, man, and the Most High is dealing with you, man. If you could, quell your anger, we all get angry. The Most High get angry. But if you could quell your spirit and say, be ye angry, but sin not. If you get angry, you ain't gotta lash out and start swinging and beating the shit out of somebody, or being a lion in your own household. Your women get you angry, get in your car, crank it up, do a video, or they're sitting there listening to some jazz music, calm your spirit down. That's what I do. If my woman get me angry, I just leave, because we don't live together. I leave her presence, get in my car, or go get something to eat. Call her, you want something to eat, or you want something to drink? She just say no, then I get in my car, do a show, or if I don't do a show, I listen to some jazz music for like about 15 minutes or half an hour. Then I come back out, my spirit is calmed down, I go back upstairs, she's calm, and that's that. You gotta not quell your spirit, and don't be emotional, over emotional.
Yeah.
Because emotions are dangerous, man. Yeah. You do the wrong thing, you land up in behind bars.
Yeah. Or even death.
Yeah. Okay, brother. Anybody got something?
I got another one. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Our weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but spiritual. You gotta be, if you a spiritual man, you gotta think spiritually, and you gotta do things according to the spirit. You can't lash out carnally, because carnal could bring forth a whole lot of, you could do something carnally, and 15 minutes later, you in a lifetime of pain, because you done did something stupid. Now you gonna do some time.
Yep. It says, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just think spiritually, and keep a spiritual mind and do the work, man. And you see it's been plenty of times I avoid all kind of wickedness. Like one time I was in the supermarket and, I'm just minding my business, I'm listening to the scriptures, the apostles, and those were the Tuesday lesson with the bishop and the apostle Gabar. And the dude was like, excuse me. So I was like, oh shit, pardon me, I ain't see you. Then he was like, I said it 3 times. I don't know why the fuck you ain't listen to me. So I looked at him, and this woman looked at me. I said, yo, bro, you ain't gotta say that. I know what you're trying to do, though. You're only trying to impress your woman, man. So trying to impress your woman is not gonna get you nowhere, bro. Because you ain't putting no fear. I'm not scared. You ain't scared me. So trying to impress your woman, but for what? For what, bro? So go ahead, bro. Just keep trying to impress your woman, man. That's what you need to do. If she don't respect you to the point where you gotta try to come at another man, if she don't respect you to that point, then you don't need to be with her. Just keep trying to impress your woman for what? Get your ass beat down out here, but I ain't gonna do it to you. Somebody else is gonna do it to you. And I walked away from her. He looked at me like, she was like, oh shit. He looked at me like, had nothing to say, you know what I mean? Because I handled it accordingly. And I pulled his coat. You trying to impress your woman, bro. Go ahead, bro, with that, man. He had nothing to say after that. He was like, oh shit. And I said it politely, not aggressively, and I walked away. Yeah, brother.
Yep. In verse 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
And that's these bitches on TikTok and these effeminate men on TikTok talking shit against the ministry. So you gotta be able to cast down them imaginations that they come up against us with, lying, saying all kind of perverted things about us. We pedophiles, we mess with little girls, we rape women. None of us ever have never raped any women, man. None of us have never touched any little kids out here, man. But they will put that stigma out there. So, hey man, we suffering, man. We suffering now for right things, but you're gonna suffer for wicked things, man. You're gonna suffer for wicked things, man. And we're in the midst of Jacob's trouble, man. We not in the beginning stage. We in the midst of it, man. It's right here. We in the midst of it, man. And it's only gonna get worse. 2026 is gonna be a horrific year. We're gonna see. Wait till the summer come. Wait till the springtime come when it's not cold, when things warm up and people is out here mingling around, man. We're gonna see then. We gonna make it. It's gonna get hot. They're gonna make it hot. Yeah, brother.
It reads, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
So we just gonna do the work, prophesy, and be circumspect and watch, man. It tell you measure the time diligent in itself. That's 2nd Ezra 9:1. We're gonna do that. We're gonna measure the time. So we seeing it, and we telling you, 2026. Wait till the springtime come. Wait till it start warming up a little bit. Right now, it's what the weather is drippy. It's raining. Always snowing. People are not really out here. Wait till it gets warm. Then you're gonna see all these draconian laws being passed. All this shit happening. With these wars, rumors of wars, you got the CIA, the MI6, which is the British CIA, and the Mossad over in Iran causing havoc. They're out there riding everything. Wait till this shit hit home, man. You see people riding, fuck Trump, in front of the Capitol. You don't see that on the mainstream media. Go to X. Go to TikTok, these different platforms. You're gonna see the uprise of the people, man, the uproars of the people, man. And that's prophecy. 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, the 1st verse on down. But you don't see that in the mainstream media. They ain't gonna show you that, because they don't want you to see that. Donald Trump has been impeached. Skullduggery. Going over there, kidnapping another president, and doing all kind of skullduggery, man.
Yep.
You don't see that on mainstream media, because they don't want you to see that. But we measuring the times. I don't know. It's probably a brother. I don't know. Let's see. Hello?
Speak. Y'all would have stepped to the side.
Hello?
Go ahead, y'all. Sorry.
You give me Matthew 12.
Hello?
All right, 12.
I got you on 35. Now, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36. It reads, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment.
That's right. When you start talking your shit like these people on TikTok, you're going to be held accountable for that. Somebody get to Proverbs 18:12 or 18:21. You're going to be held accountable for what you say out of your pie hole, man. It's not what comes out of your, not what goes in, what comes out of your mouth, man, that defiles you, man. Yeah, bro, you got it?
This is Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Death and life is in the power of the tongue. You stop running your mouth reckless, man. Saying things that you have no clue, of what you saying. You just saying things. You don't even know the Bible. You don't know the scriptures. A lot of you people out there that's talking shit on TikTok, you effeminate men and you dumbass nigga women, y'all don't even know the scriptures, man. Y'all probably ran across a video and got cut, and now your main purpose is, your main source in life now is to come up against the Hebrew Israelites, man. Read that again.
This is Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Death and life is in the power of the tongue, man. Whatever you say out of your pie hole, man, you're gonna be held accountable for it, man. It can either deliver you or get your ass put to death. Yeah, bro.
Paul said the tongue is the most powerful member in your body.
That's right.
Because it can condemn you or it can bring you deliverance. Like the scriptures say, the mouth confess unto salvation. Confession is made to salvation.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, bro. Good morning.
It says, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Hey man, you love talking shit, you gonna eat the fruit thereof, man. Whatever you say out of your mouth, whether it's positive or negative, when you teaching the truth, you gonna basically eat the fruits of teaching the truth and enlightening certain people. You talking shit, you gonna reap the same, man. You gonna reap destruction. Whatever you sow in life, you gonna reap it, man. Whether it's negative or whether it's positive or negative, you're gonna reap it, man. Yeah, bro. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, bro.
Go back to Matthew.
Yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment.
You're gonna give account to everything you said out of your mouth in the day of judgment. You're gonna be judged according to what you said out your mouth, what you said, not understanding the scriptures properly. Because the Most High blinded 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanic Native Americans, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9 on down to 12, man. The Lord have an angel out here that's blinding you where you can't get this truth, man. Consider yourself blessed when you can understand these scriptures. The Most High pulled His Spirit upon you, where you can understand the scriptures, man. Consider yourself blessed, man. If you understand these scriptures, you're able to break them down. Because you got people that's on TikTok that's destroying themselves. Their soul's gonna be destroyed. What's that Proverbs chapter? I think it's 21 verse 18, if I'm not mistaken. People destroying their souls for what they will come out of their mouth, man. Yeah. Also, in the book of Sirach, chapter 28, verse 18. Somebody get that real quick. By book of Sirach. The book of Sirach, chapter 28, verse 18. 28 and 18.
Gotcha.
Going into what come out of your pie hole that's gonna destroy you. Your pie hole is your mouth. You don't understand what I'm saying. Yeah,
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 28, verse 18. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue.
That's right. Many have fell by the edge of the sword. You got a lot of people getting put to death in the street unalive, but not so many that has fallen by the edge of, by the tongue, man. You fell from grace by the tongue, from which came out of your pie hole.
That's what the Lord said. That's what the Father did. I will condemn you.
It's not, as I said, you're right, exactly. It's not what goes out, what goes into a man that defiles him is what comes out. Whatever come out of your mouth, if it's wrong, hey, you're gonna be judged by what come out of your pie hole, man. That's why if you have nothing positive to say, keep your mouth shut, man. Even the fool is counted wise when he keeps his mouth shut, man. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I got that real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards.
That's right. A fool will start talking all kind of shit, like you see on TikTok. These foolish men, these foolish women, they utter what they don't know what they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. First of all, a lot of them are wacky-tacky Christians. They basing their beliefs off the precepts of men and plantation of Christianity, so they don't even know what they're talking about, but they run in their mouth. They don't know the scriptures. They protecting Esau. Because why? They have Stockholm Syndrome. And if Esau can't make it, the so-called white man can't make it, God loves everybody according to these stupid wacky-tacky Christians. If Esau can't make it, I don't want to be a part of that right there. If my slave master can't make it, what's going on, master? We sick? No, master, you sick? Nigga, either you sick? You hear them? Watch these old slave movies. What's going on, master? We sick? No, we ain't sick. You sick, nigga. And that's the mentality of these wacky-tacky Christians, man. Yeah, bro.
Yep, I got it. Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 28 and 12. It says, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn, and if thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched, and both these come out of your mouth.
That's right. Talking shit. Other words, things you don't even know what you're talking about. If you keep your mouth shut, both of them will be quelled. But you got a lot of people talking shit on TikTok. And once I put the spirit on Elder Manasseh Zakbar from South Carolina on 8 to always constantly bring out videos on these women and these men, it's mainly a lot of black women that's talking shit. Shut your fucking mouth. Why can't you just shut the fuck up and be in the background? But you want to be seen. You want to try to bring out scriptures. Constantly, even though you know, because it's constantly bringing out that women should order not teach, not trying to usurp authority over men, keep their mouth shut. Yo, no. They like to bring out scriptures to talk shit. Yeah, bro.
Oh, that was, yep, I got one. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts.
And we see that. Scoffers walking after their own lust. But scoffers, you know, they're going to receive their judgment. They're going to see the stripes that they deserve. But then we pushing that time when mass judgment is about to hit, man. On a large scale. See, these women, they're not being held accountable for what they say and what they do because they're under the umbrella of Esau. But once Esau, the so-called white man, stop protecting these women, we're going to see how fast they get in line and try to, you know, seek some protection from a so-called black man that they've been putting down for years, doing treacherous shit to for years. We're going to see. And you know what's going to happen? Still toe boost in your ass, bitch. Bottom line. So with that, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders. And with that, we're going to say Shalom. Death to America.
Shalom.